Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. In the last episode, right at the very end, we've queued up the building of a new hyper relay. Now the good thing about the hyper relays is it's going to allow us to move troops around quickly, but we're going to need more than one. So we're going to have to decide where we want our second point of interest to be. Tampere is obviously right on the front line. This makes a lot of sense. I think probably having the second one in Aruz just so that we've got that flexibility to, get people back over here quickly. That might be a very smart move. There's a couple of other things I want to do before we just restart the timer. We want to get some civilian industries going on Spore Spawn 1 and also on all the Fungoids. So those are going to be giving us a little bit more engineering research, some more consumer goods, and some more trade value. Very, very nice. In fact, you know what? We can also get some going over here, and you're already busy doing stuff. So I think that's good. It has used up a chunk of our minerals, but that's not a problem in itself because we've got loads coming in. Whole bunch of things. So, research agreement's been broken between Consolidated Exosuns and the Xanids. That's fine. We can ignore that. Non-aggression pact has been broken as well, and the archaeological site has been finished. That's probably going to be this one here in Utan. So let's double check to see if it is not the one in Utan. It is the one over in the cat system. So further investigation reveals that the primary purpose of the site seems to have been in the research and development of advanced energy weapons. An accident seems to have triggered a catastrophic explosion which eradicated most of the site. One data center seems to be in relatively good condition. Perhaps the data will yield some useful insights. We can but hope. That's giving us 30% on plasma accelerators. That's alright. Always happy with that. So that means we have a research vessel that we don't particularly have something for it to do. We can send it back to Medgar, get it to assist with the research over there. That seems like a reasonable plan, especially seeing as we're currently working on the Yurtan system. I don't think we'd really be able to do much exploring elsewhere. I mean, we'd have to properly travel across the galaxy, and we don't want to go near the Soren Shard at all. These have all been explored. Well, Great Wound hasn't been explored, but Great Wound is very defended. So yeah, let's send you back to Medgar. Come and assist research over here.
Special project complete.
Now this is what we were worried about. So on New Hope there was that hydrogen bomb. We've successfully disarmed it literally days before it was due to explode. It's been safely disposed of, and specialist teams are now scouring the planet's surface for other undetonated munitions. This will hopefully reduce the chance of another incident like this occurring. We definitely dodged a bullet with that one. Okay, so this is over in the Safaban system. We've discovered what appears to be the remains of a massive particle accelerator on Midway stellar body. It was found in a still radioactive region, covered in a massive bomb crater, suggesting the accelerator was considered a strategic target of great importance during the moon's nuclear war. We've recovered several research logs written by the scientists in charge of the accelerator, and although the technology of the civilization was fairly primitive, some of the theoretical research and formulas described in the logs are advanced even by our standards. Our physicists are poring over the data right now, so this is quite good for a new colony. It's giving us extra researchers, extra research from physics research, and more researcher jobs. As far as a colony goes, we should seriously consider turning this into a research place. And actually, thinking about the various sectors that we have, we should consider getting ourselves new governors for them. Now that we've got the sectors properly identified, let's hire some new governors. Oh, actually, we have a governor that I just didn't assign, so that's obviously an oversight. You've got Governor Clag, and you've got Governor Slemmel. So yeah, that is all we needed.
Colony founded.
Brilliant. Another colony has been made. Subterranean Joy. We're going to immediately get the gene clinics on the way. That's going to get the unemployed person doing something productive. And immediately after that, we can think about, do we want them to be a generator? You know what, we could do a couple of agricultural districts on this place. Turn it into a farming world. That'll take care of all of our food needs. Now, we are getting a little bit low on our consumer goods, but the civilian industries that we have being built should take care of that. Let's have a little look at our expansion planner to see if there's anywhere that is within range that we want to move towards. So, the Alcor system... Whereabouts is... so Zarkon is right on the... Yeah, right on the border. Nyambia, whereabouts are you? We could do Nyambia. It's not massively habitable, but it's better than it was. And the arrow system, ooh, yeah. So we've got two potential places that would be worth us, like seriously worth us entertaining. We do have what we need to get another colony ship on the go, so let's put this one. This is going to be the Seed of Creation, and we could buy what we're missing for these to be able to get another one out. Plenty. Where is our expansion planner? So it's already a colony ship going there. Let's get one going to Nyambia. This is another low habitability one, of course. And this is going to be the Fungal Tower. Lovely. So this is all the places that we can actually colonize for now without starting a major interstellar war.
Construction complete.
Awesome. The Busim Station has finished the upgrades. Now, with the Busim Station, it is on the front lines, so it's seriously worth us considering just beefing it up. So, missile battery and a gun battery. And we'll go for a target uplink computer on it as well, I think. I'm also very tempted to build a hyper relay network at Busim because it's one of our main entry points. Do we have any construction ships that are not doing anything? You're not doing anything. And you're up at Yurtan. We'd need 83 crystals in order to get another hyper relay, which is not unreasonable for us to just buy them. Especially if we sell a whole bunch of these. Alright. Our second hyper relay is going to be constructed soon. Love it. Now, in terms of our Gaia worlds, we want to go through and check, make sure we're keeping on top of the Gaia seeders themselves. You can't... Oh, sorry, we've already converted fungal growth. You're doing civilian industries, you'll be able to get a Gaia seeder shortly. So let's get a few more materials. And getting another city district will allow us another building slot, and or upgrading the thing to a planetary administration. Both of those are going to be enough to get us the space we need on all the fun guys. Mycelium network, you've still got 2 more population that you need, so it's going to be a while, and everything else is even slower than that. Right, let's have a look at this hostile fleet at the Hylos system. The Iota menace has come in. We're going to need to get a response in there. That is a nasty group that's come through. 4.1k. Who are the closest who could respond? We could catapult. And we'd probably get close. So we've made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Hylos system. For now, we've codenamed them the Iota Menace until we can find out more about them. They are hostile, of course. So this is more than just a first contact. This is pretty nasty. Let's reassign Vort, so we can try and decipher the language. And in the meantime, we're gonna try and transport ourselves across. Even if we end up here, it's still going to be closer to the Hylos system. So fingers crossed we'll be able to get in soon, but I do not like the fact that they are in our space.
Construction complete.
So they've arrived in Karasina. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Right. Come down here, and I think we're going to engage in a fight. I think that's what we're going to do. The Tampere Star Base has finished its constructions. We've got code breaking, which means we can build a Bureau of Espionage as well. Lots of things coming our way. Right. Next up, let's go for auxiliary fire control. We can potentially add that onto anything. Let's have a look at the Tampere upgrade. So it's now a Star Fortress. It is a big, beefy space station. And we can have lots more defense platforms on it. So we won't do anything more with it right now. Let's return to Hylos and watch these guys leaving. They look a little bit damaged, actually. So they've clearly had some kind of issues. And we have a new election coming up as well. Wow. Okay, we're not going to intervene with this. I'd quite like to get one of these two back. So one of our military commanders but they're pretty old. How is the first contact going? It's going to be a few days. This is likely to be a pretty beefy combat, I will say that. So we have a first contact event pending. Let's do that first. Upon entering Hillos, our sensors picked up strange readings. Dismissed at first as glorified asteroids, things quickly changed when it was discovered that these entities reacted aggressively to movement in space, even at a great distance. Observation of these entities, preferably from a safe distance, is advised. Yeah, keep up the first contact process. We're gonna look at them with weapons, I think. We've also got a new tradition, so we can take expansion. That's going to give us our third ascension point. Ooh, we could become the Crisis. I like the feel of that. All great works require sacrifice the rest of the galaxy may not understand, but they will comply. I'm very curious to see what happens with this. It would mean that the entire galaxy will come against us, but I think this is the right thing to do. It fits in with the theme of an invasive fungal growth spreading throughout the galaxy. That is Crisis level. So, we have this new Crisis menu. Crisis level 1 allows the accumulation of menace by completing menace objectives. We can purge populations, we can intimidate with subjugation. So menace objectives, if we destroy enemy ships, we get little bits of menace. If we destroy star bases, if we purge or simulate populations, if we destroy worlds, if we conquer worlds, if we this is encouraging us to really push for the menace. And there's special projects within becoming the Crisis. Okay. So the summary. Those in the galactic community who would chart the long arc of history into the future have long theorized of becoming Crisis, an existential threat to all sapient life which would require unprecedented unity of purpose and sacrifice to overcome, if it can, indeed, be overcome at all. Popular predictions as to the nature of the Crisis were as fanciful as the invasion of an extragalactic glutton, or the galaxy's machine intelligences rising up in petty rebellion, or a war of succession spilling over from another plane of existence, but it's now clear that it was always going to be you. Pursuing menace objectives as the Crisis generates menace, unlocking the destructive potential of your empire in your quest to complete the aerophasic engine mega structure and remake the galaxy in your own image. I love this. Alright. The universe shall tremble. For a long time, we Voolians have known that we're meant for greater things, that our destiny was nothing less than the fate of the universe itself. Over the last couple of years, this notion has grown stronger to the point it can no longer be denied. The great change is coming for the Galactic Vool League society. In fact, we stand on the precipice right now. The galaxy may not be ready for our inevitable dominion, but the Galactic Vool League is ready for the galaxy. We will be misunderstood, we will be opposed, but we will not be stopped.
Log updated.
So we can now use the existential expulsion Casus Belli against everyone. We can use the imposed inclusion Casus Belli against everyone.
Engaging enemy fleet.
And we have obviously the combat right here. Let's slow things down so we can actually watch it. That is a lot of ships. Let's get a good look at them. They have been engaged. We're almost double their strength, so I think we'll manage without too much difficulty. And we are hammering through them. I think our shields are holding up pretty darn well. We are losing a little bit, but nowhere near as quickly as they're losing. This is how you fight. They're down to just two large ships. And we have a timed project left over, which is definitely going to be worth us sending a research vessel in for. You are not in a position that you're going to be able to get across. Where's the one that we were sending over here? Right. Sorry, you're going to have to turn back around. Come do these research projects, and then we'll queue that up afterwards, so you can return to what you were doing. Good job on defending us. You're going to have to go for repairs. Luckily, you can just do that at the Hilos system, so that won't take too long. And I think we're good to carry on. So, fleet combat stats. All the Space Amoebas and the Space Amoeba mothers have been destroyed. We lost a destroyer, 3 corvettes, and 2 of the 3 raiders. That's a shame. We're not going to be able to get them back. In terms of the actual fleet manager, we could reinforce get the ships being built again. And our first contact has been aborted because, well, I mean, what are you going to do when the creatures are destroyed? Maybe we'll find some others. I don't know. In the meantime, that means that we now have an envoy who isn't doing anything and can't do anything for 205 days. And a George from the former cult flagship has been elected to be the next ruler. This is good. It means we... Lompa has returned. That's great. Yeah, I don't mind if our military leaders want to be doing that. Has that pushed us at all towards the menace? Let's have a look at our... Yeah, we got menace for that. Now, there was a special project, something beyond reality. This is going to cost 3,000 society research, so it'll be 17 months. Quiet mania sweeps through our population. Its origin seems intangible, but we have become preoccupied with the notion that we Voolians are destined for greater things. We should investigate the cause of this mass hysteria and whispered promises of galactic domination. Yeah, definitely want to do that. Let's just check, see what we're currently researching. I think I want this first, and then we'll immediately do the other. Because we do want to put more claims in down here. In fact, speaking of claims... It's going to cost us 13, so we can almost get it. There we go. Right, you guys, I need you to come back to the Ares system. You did a really good job. How is the hyper relay coming on? Slowly. How is the one over here coming on? It's alright. It's getting there. Let's check our colonies as well, and we can have another building over here. You're almost ready for gene clinics.
Establishing colony.
They're going to want to subjugate us. I don't think that's really going to be likely.
Technology discovered.
Awesome. There's the auxiliary fire control. We had... Ooh. Hyperdrive will get us moving around faster. But we've got a couple of things that we're already part way towards being done. Let's get gravitic sensors. And we'll just try and keep that technology moving forwards. They have a reasonable number of fleets down here. But we can see everything in their empire. And their fleet power is nothing compared to ours. Oh, insult from the Prickety. I mean, they're all the way down here, so... Ooh, yeah, they're having a time. The Ubazavanis have come across. This whole neighborhood is in turmoil. Let's scroll down so we can see our construction system. Are you done with? Has the hyper relay been built? Oh, it has. Okay. So we want another hyper relay to be built over at the Hill system. We need 57 more crystals. Start coming across. Ooh, they want to form the Galactic Council. You know what? I'm going to oppose this. I don't think it's really going to be stopped by us opposing it, but if we're going to be the crisis, we should really consider
debris analyzed.
How we're going to be doing it. Oh, regenerative hull tissue, amoeba breeding program, society research. Love it. Regenerative hull tissue is something that I've been hoping for us to get. And in terms of like the technology, we're going to get this really soon. It's going to save us a lot. Ooh. Okay. So, on our colony, Subterranean Joy, we've discovered a dimensional portal. Weather prediction algorithms noticed a strange air current, which was eventually determined to be caused by the slight leakage of atmosphere into the portal. The rate of loss is far too small for it to make any difference to life on the planet. But the very existence of the portal raises some disturbing questions, such as where does it lead to, and could something come through from the other side? I'm always happy for dimensional portal research jobs.
Log updated.
We are getting a good
technology
number of alloys.
Discovered.
Alright, there is our society research that we wanted. I'm going to go for regenerative hull tissue, but we're going to have to put it on hold while we do that special project. So we'll pick that. It's going to be 58 months plus a whole bunch. Museum as a star fortress is all done with its construction. Love it. And you have finished building the hyper relay as well. So I think we can add... I'm going to test if we were to send you to... That did not seem to do what I was expecting. Could we... We might need to do it another way. Yeah, the uses on its own. A chain of hyper relays allows fast travel between adjacent systems. Oh, between adjacent systems. Oh. Okay. New plan. We've got a lot more hyper relays that we need to make. That's fine. So come here. We'll do the connections to the Aras system. And we'll make that work. So we're going to need more crystals. Up here, we're going to want more crystals. We are getting plenty of resources, so we can afford to splash the cash. Awesome. So these two construction ships are going to gradually fill in our hyper relay network, and it's going to allow us faster travel. It's a plan. It's a grand plan.
Technology discovered.
Galactic Caesarians have got a big ship in it. Actually, while I think about it, we were supposed to be starting the research off on that. Gravitic sensors are done. Next bit of research. Black hole observatory. I think that's where we want to go. That's going to give us some options to do with the black holes around us. We can also do upgrades over here. It's not going to cost much, so we'll get them queued up. I should definitely consider getting more defenses upgraded in places. More of the defense platforms. Ooh, and we can reactivate the relic. So this reduces our ship upkeep. It means that new colonies are going to start with an additional population. We always want this active. There is never a time that we don't want it active. And we're going to hold on to those minor artifacts still.
Technology discovered.
There we go. Cruiser hull points up. We don't need to do any upgrades for that. That just takes effect. So, do we push for more efficiencies? More mining station output? I think more efficiencies in our building. I think that's really where we're going to want to be going. You're still on your way back. That's good. Okay, ignore the Castelli. Oh, Admiral Op has died at 86. That is a shame, but we will get ourselves a new Admiral. Unyielding. I like that. This is also really, really handy. Gale speed, being able to move 20% faster within systems. And the extra evasion. Let's take that. So we're not quite at the point where we're ready to declare war on anyone, but it is definitely getting close for the
colony established.
Amazing. We have our new colony gene clinics straight away, and I think we'll get an industrial district here. I should take a look at our other colonies, see if we've got things that we can do with them. You're still waiting on another population. It's close. It's close. $11 and we'll have another population. And for you, 38 months. The gene clinic assembly is nice, but it does take a long time. Ooh, and yeah, you need housing. So let's get an industrial district here. Actually, what was your jobs? Yeah, that's fine. So an industrial district, city district, that'll keep you happy. You've got no spare housing. You've got one spare housing, we can make that a little bit better. You've got 5 spare housing, so I think you're probably fine for now. Alright, that's enough checking on the colonies. That armada is massive and terrifying. Massive and terrifying. You're done with the hyper relay. So does that mean we can get the next one going? Yes, we can. Amazing. These are actually going really quickly. So get one more here. Let's check this one. Yep, you're done. So get one more here.
Ships upgraded.
The investigation into the phenomenon now colloquially known as the Great Prospect has concluded. It appears there's some kind of hidden layer to the universe, a mysterious parallel dimension somehow connected to this plane through neurological activity or thought patterns. The physics and society departments have jointly named this dimension the Shroud. The working hypothesis is that the actions and thoughts of Voolians indirectly affect this alternate dimension, and that we have the potential to access its energies. That is magnificent. Let's have a look at the crisis. So we can now make it to level 2. We just need another 750 menace. That would give us the menacing corvette, basebreaker ability, and relentless aggression. Ooh.
Establishing colony.
Awesome. Fungal Tower is being established. You're 32% through. I want to keep on top of the construction ships, make sure that they are always working and ready. I'm a little bit worried that the Cytherians have a large fleet there. Although the Cytherians themselves are not actually that dangerous. But it is still right. Like, we're not as powerful as I would like us to be. Let's get some reinforcing going. And then I'll have a quick check to see if we can do our population upgrades.
Ships upgraded. Technology discovered.
Amazing. What have we got this time? Hey, standardized destroyer patterns. That's going to make things a bit cheaper when we're constructing them. I think finally exotic gas extraction. That's going to allow us to get those final exotic gases over here, and also the energy and a couple of other bits. So well worth us pushing for that now. We're in profit across the board. They've made peace. So our economy is looking really good right now. %, you're nearly there. Leaked recordings of one of our envoy's private conversations have the consolidated Uxos sons up in arms. In a regrettable moment, Ambassador Glabber seems to have called her hosts disgusting bugs that are less intelligent than most houseflies. The Uxo Empress expressed dismay and suggested that keeping someone so demonstrably unfit for the role in place would be concerning. Yeah, alien sensibilities do not matter to us. They really don't. That being said, we do want to assign Vort. So, where have we got envoys at the moment? Consolidated Uxo and Pricky T. So, Consolidated Uxo up here, Pricky T down there, Uber Zavani, we'll put them back in the Xanids. So, contacts, Xanids. And with so much money coming in, I'm actually going to start some more espionage off. Okay, you're going to go for steel technology. We'll use you. And get that launched. With the Xanids right on our doorstep, it's not that worrying. In terms of the consolidated Uxos sons, yeah, this is getting to the point where we can see all of their territory and all their fleets, and I very much like being able to do that. Doesn't actually look like they have any fleets, or maybe our intel is not good enough to be able to see where they are. Ergothump, you are done. 51 more crystals will get us the next. So get a hyper relay going there. And unfortunately, you don't have the influence needed. But soon you'll be able to. Hey, Governor Glag has gained a trait. Substance abuser. Amazing. That is a terrible trait. Burden of duty can be a heavy thing to bear. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? I love our little hyper relays. Four influence and 30 not. Yeah, we're going to be able to build it very soon. We're getting a decent amount of influence, actually, all things considered. So, do we want to spend some of our money on alloys? I think it's probably a smart move. So we've got plenty of farming coming in. As I said, that's been taken care of now. So let's buy up a whole bunch of alloys. Ah, cool. All the fun guys. Upgrade the building. And soon we'll be able to get the Gaia Seeder. It requires the planetary administration, so as soon as that's done, we'll get that going. Right, fleet managers. Let's reinforce. Because I want our fleets to be tip-top fighting shape. Our undercover operatives are dispersed throughout a promising-looking conference being held in the Xanid space. They've begun scouting potential targets. Awesome. what we want to see. Carry on, carry on.
Technology discovered.
Subspace sensors and exotic gas extraction. Lovely. So we've got 2 new things to pick. Quantum firewalls would be good. That'll give us better encryption. I don't think we need to push down extra weapons just yet. And this is going to be quick, only 12 months. And if we're going for something big, construction templates will give us an extra 50% planetary build speed and allow us to hold a lot more resources. We never stockpile lots of resources, but I think that this is worth it spending the time on because it is a rare technology.
Colony established.
Our operatives in the PQT have uncovered credible rumours of a local plot against us. It seems that their freaky counterparts are somewhat careless about their own operational secrecy. We've no exact details of the scheme yet, but it's said to involve manipulation of our existing relationships. Alright, well we don't mind that too much. Council election. We're not really thinking about going in for it. High consequence protection, yeah. No. Let's oppose this. As for the actual council election, I don't think there's anything that we can do. Yeah, the current top candidates. Yeah, it's those with the highest diplomatic weight. So our current diplomatic weight is just a little bit behind the Stellaris, but it is only a tiny bit behind. So we could build some more fleets. In the meantime, let's get our gene clinics on the go in our new place. So gene clinics there. You're also going to need some more things to be doing. So another set of districts will work. I wonder if the fleets are just not reinforcing correctly. Well done, plot. Leveling up. Very nice. Yeah, let's get these guys upgrading. So we're not building any further on our network. So for now, I'll get the gas extraction going and then come back. Is there any other gas extraction points that we can work on? Just having a very quick scan of our territory. There's crystals that we could get that we haven't got yet. Is there a relay here? There is a relay here. So once you're done with that one, you can come back and build another hyper relay there, and we should have enough metals by the time you get to it. Okay, a couple of things. First up, we've learned of a new strategic resource encountered on Tiamat 3 in the territories of the Xanid suzerainty. Let's just go to it. So there's rare crystals. Okay, yeah, it's just rare crystals. And the Galactic Council has been formed, so the members of the Galactic community have voted to establish a Galactic Council. Membership in this body will be limited to representatives from the 3 most powerful and influential empires in the community. Until a new council is elected, these are the annoying enemies. The members of the council are expected to lead and safeguard the community. Their increased powers allow them to cut through some of the red tape that so often inhibits the decision-making process.
Ships upgraded.
So, with that, we have an espionage event coming along, chasing a lead. One of our potential targets seems to have the kind of research clearance we need, and they're suitably impressed by our fabricated credentials. This lead seems to be our best, so we're just pushing on with that. Yeah, having the hyper relay network
discovered
within our area, I think, is going to be really vital for us redeploying quickly. Certainly for popping back for repairs, all that kind of stuff. Once we're pushing into other people's territory, it's not going to be as useful, but for keeping our own border areas secure, it is going to be vital. We're receiving a transmission from the space station of the Curator Order. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Okay. We are the Curators. Our ancient order was established eons ago by the various galactic powers in ascendancy at the time. We're dedicated towards preservation of all knowledge.
Ships upgraded.
It's lovely to see.
Construction complete.
Great. You can start coming back. Consolidated Urxo Sons is preparing to declare war. Our intel reports they will strike against us in 2 years or sooner. So our points of entry into their space are over here. It's not really a concern for us. Their fleet is pretty beefy. But this could actually be considered to be a good thing. Could be considered to be a good thing. I think what we'll do... Oh, look at that. It marks out where the routes are. I love it. We'll set the fleet flying across. That's going to be vital. We're going to buy some more crystals. Actually, while I think about it... You can have your Gaia Cedar before I forget. You could be upgraded. That's going to give us space for another Cedar. We'll just make sure we're not ignoring people completely. You're fine, you're waiting on population. You're fine, you're waiting on population. You're fine, you're waiting on population. So that's all taken care of. We have spent all of our money. We'll do the espionage event. We've drawn up various plans which press a clear advantage. Our operative has at last been invited to a high-security branch facility engaged in cutting-edge research. Spymaster Vool assures us that the simulations paint a favourable forecast. Commence the operation, indeed. And, knowing that Urxo are going to go up against us, what we could do is we could look to... We could look to get some assets. Or we could just stay here for the moment and build up more influence. I think staying here for the moment is actually a smarter move. You're on your way back down here. Let's get that hyper relay going. And Xanad research has been secured. Our infiltration attempt has proceeded flawlessly. Our operatives cover held throughout, and although they exercised reasonable security, the trust we manufactured was sufficient to grant us a window of opportunity. It's giving us xenobiology, which is not amazing, but it is something. It will definitely do.
Construction complete.
That's the mining station. So just a day after finishing our mining station on the trapped asteroid, the rock abruptly rotated, destroying the mining station, and in the process of doing this, even more rare crystal deposits were exposed. Build it again. No. Why did it do that? Study the asteroid.
Log updated.
So this needs a science ship. Do we have any that are conveniently close? Probably not. You're finishing excavating the archaeological site. I think we're going to have to bring the Urgle Glag up. What we could do is we could go to the quantum catapult and catapult ourselves over there, and then do the research and then come back. That's what we're going to do, but that is going to be next time. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. We are the Crisis. We are preparing for war on our Eastern Front. And everything is going swimmingly. If you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.